Let AJ Doman Chevrolet be your one stop for all your business needs in 2025. Whether it's a service body, a flatbed, or a chassis for a custom upfit, we got you covered. And we know time's important, so we have a large selection of work-ready trucks on hand. AJ Doman Chevrolet, servicing the area for over 35 years at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. AJ Doman Chevrolet, your business elite dealer.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. We're always glad to get updates, especially on this very important day. Commander Lonnie Cavalier. Lonnie, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having us, Keith.
Yes, sir. Listen, first and foremost, I know it's a very important day. Today is Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. So let me just first say thank you so much for the hard work that you do. And I know there's a lot of people in Assumption that do that as well. But thank you for what you do, as we appreciate all your efforts today.
We appreciate it. And yes, we do. You know, it takes the entire team to make things work. And we have a good team. We try to keep them together. And it does get difficult, but we love what we do.
I know that's right. And you love what you do. You're good at it. And subsequently, we do a good job of getting these people off the street. Let's talk a little bit about the first one, Mr. Alvin Fitch Jr.
Yes, Alvin Fitch Jr., 19 of 101 Duke Street, Broussard, Louisiana, was arrested on felony robbery charges arising from an incident in Bayou on December 28th of 2023. On that date, deputies responded to a complaint in the 200 block of Muriel Street in reference to an armed robbery. Deputies made contact with a male victim who advised that he was walking in the vicinity of Highway 398 and LA 663 in Bayou Lewis when he was approached by a male subject who punched him in the head. Shortly thereafter, multiple suspects wearing ski masks, and some of which were armed, robbed him of a minimal amount of cash. Detectives initiated an investigation and were able to identify some of the suspects, including Alvin Fitch Jr. At the conclusion of the investigation, detectives secured arrest warrants for Alvin Fitch Jr. as well as the other individuals. The Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office notified the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office that Alvin Fitch Jr. was in their custody on May 10th, 2024. Fitch was released to the custody of the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office on January 7th, 2025, and booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of armed robbery, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, contributing to the delinquency of juveniles, and we received a detainer for the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office so he can be brought there upon his release from us. Alvin Fitch remains incarcerated in the Assumption Parish Jail with bond set at $150,000.
Very good. I appreciate the update. And that one's a long time coming. So glad that that's been able to do that. Let's talk a little bit about this ICE arrest for Mikey Kyrie Johnson.
Okay, Mikey Kyrie Johnson, 20 of 111 Gold Street, Napoleonville, was arrested on felony charges arising from a traffic incident involving off-road vehicles, which were dirt bikes on Highway 70 East on Friday, December 27, 2024. A uniformed patrol deputy assigned to the ICE detail responding to multiple complaints of off-road vehicles on the highway driving recklessly near the Plottonville community. The deputy located as many as 10 dirt bikes on the roadway, driving recklessly and creating dangerous conditions for the motoring public. As the deputy attempted to conduct a stop of those dirt bikes, most fled the area and remained on the roadway, causing several near collisions with automobiles on the roadway. Deputies were able to identify Mikey Kyrie Johnson and obtain arrest warrants for his arrest. Mikey Kyrie Johnson was arrested on Tuesday and booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of aggravated flight from an officer and reckless operation of a motor vehicle. Johnson later posted a $20,000 commercial bond.
Okay. And again, we had mentioned this before, several incidents with these off-road bikes and dirt bikes on the roadways, and this was 10 of them at a time. And so glad we've got that one for the arrest. Leslie, let's talk about Henri Shannon Baptiste.
Okay, Henri Shannon Baptiste, 35, of 303 Pelican Street, Lambertville, was arrested on felony drug charges arising from a traffic incident in Napoleonville. Deputies and narcotics officers on assignment observed the vehicle commit a traffic violation, executed a stop of that vehicle. Contact was made with the driver, now identified as Henri Shannon Baptiste, and proceeded to conduct an officer violator interview. At some point during that interview, Baptiste attempted to swallow a quantity of controlled dangerous substances. Deputies were able to seize those substances. Deputies requested consent to search the suspect vehicle, which was granted. Henri Shannon Baptiste was arrested and booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of possession of MDMA, also known as ecstasy, possession of marijuana, obstruction of justice, and a detainer from probation and parole. Baptiste was also treated at a local health care facility and cleared for incarceration. He remains incarcerated with bond set at $30,000, and upon satisfying those charges, he has a probation violation of which the judge ordered him to be held without bond.
Yeah, and again, it echoes some of the things we talk about all the time is the partnerships that we have with all law enforcement. You know, two of these cases involve different areas. And on this day, this Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, I think it's important for us to honor not only the work that y'all do, and we appreciate it, but it's the work that y'all do in great communication and working together with the other agencies to really bring these people to justice.
Yeah, it has to happen. You know, we deal regularly with particularly Lafourche, St. Mary, St. Martin, Ascension, Iberville, you know, all of our bordering parishes. And it's very important because we have warrants in their jurisdictions. They have warrants in ours. We house our female inmates in Lafourche Parish. So, you know, a good working relationship always makes the outcome favorable in most cases.
It really does. And as we close, again, much appreciation to you. Please pass on how much we appreciate everybody there at Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office and all the work that you do. And a very happy New Year to you, Commander.
I will do, and same to you all, and thanks for the compliment.
Yes, sir. You got it. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment, but don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.